Okay, everyone, I hope nobody had problems with yesterday's spiral review. Let's get started on today's. There will not be a spiral review tomorrow on Friday. There will be 2 lessons in your online math book instead. They kind of go together, and they're both reviews, so I think it'll be easy to do 2 in a day. All right, let's get on with spiral review. So our directions in our addition box say to shade the model to show the value of the fraction expression. So that means the first thing that I'm going to need to do is I am going to need to take my first fraction, and we call this a mixed number because it has a whole number and a fraction together. So we have a mixture of a whole number and a fraction. So I noticed that my fractions has 5 as the denominator. That means that the fraction models are divided into 5 pieces. But it's real easy for me to color the fraction, 1 out of the 5. How do I color these 4? Well, if we have 5 over 5, we know that that equals 1 whole, correct? So if I have 4 of those, that means that I would have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 whole fraction models colored in, and then 1/5 of that last one. Then I have 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I have 3/5 as my fraction. Now, if I'm going to add these together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many holes do I have. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fifths of that 8th one. So it's 7 and 4 fifths. Now, if my numerator would have been a 5 and I would have ended up with a 5/6 or even more than that, then I would have had to take that whole over to the whole number spot. Okay, let's move on to subtraction. Once again, this is our unknown. If we take it and look at 897 as our whole, we have 200 something 6 and 641 that when we put those together, they make the whole of 187 or 897. So we can take what we know and subtract that. And I get 256. So what is the missing number? The value of that t is 5, right here. Okay, let's go on to multiplication. We're going to do 347 times 5. We're going to do it as an area model, and then we're going to do it using the algorithm. So for my area model, I should have 3 sections because I have 347 times 5. Okay, 5 times 3 is 15, 2 zeros. 5 times 4 is 20, 1 0. And 5 times 7 is 35. Be very, very careful. The 0 and that 20, that goes with the 5 times 4. That is not this 0 here. Okay, now I've got to take those and add them all up. So I have 1,500 plus 200 plus 35. And when I add those up, I get 1,735. Now let's do the algorithm. So if I take 347 times 5, I'm going to start in my ones. 5 times 7 is 35. Carry my 3. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 3 is 23. Carry my 2. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. And if you look, they match, so I know I did that correctly. When you're just given a multiplication problem and you're not told how to do it, you may choose any strategy that you want. Okay, for division, this is a review. What are our multiples of 4? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Now, could I keep going? Most definitely. But we're going to stop with 4 times 10. Now, find the quotient for each expression. I can use my multiples of my 4 to find these quotients. 4 divided by 1 is, well, if I find the 4, how many times did I go? Just 1. So it's, oops, move my page on me. So 1. 12 divided by 4, well, 1, 2, 3. I get to 12. 16 divided by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 32 divided by 4 is 8. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And 24 divided by 4 is 6. Okay, that should have been really easy. Today's spiral review was review from everything we've done in the past. Your lesson for today is in your online math book, and there's a link to it in your Google Classroom at the top, and you are going to be doing Chapter 7, Lesson 1. There is a visual learning video. Please watch it first. And then second, you will do the practice. And there's only 14 questions, and as you do them, it'll check for you. This is a review of factors, so it should be a really easy lesson. But we need to go over this before we head back into fractions. Okay, again, tomorrow you're going to be doing, let's see here, let me change the ink. So tomorrow I will not have a video made from me, but you will do lesson 7.2 and lesson 7.4 in your online book, and both of those have a video and a practice. And hopefully we'll be back in school come Monday. So once again, email me if you have any questions, bday@gccschools.com. Okay, miss you all. See you later.